Hey folks, Dave Neal here with breaking news regarding the Laura Owens trial. This morning was the comprehensive pretrial conference at 9 a.m. in Scottsdale, Arizona. Well, we are going to go live to the courtroom to hear from somebody that was at the conference. We're going to get all your information. Was there a plea deal? Will the court, be extended, the trial date? It looks like this is going to go well into 2026. But if you aren't familiar with the story, maybe you're new to my channel, Candace Owens, Blake Lively, one of those audience members. We've been covering this scam. A bachelor named Clayton Eckert several years ago was the victim of a pregnancy hoax. And this person who faked her pregnancy was unearthed that she faked ovarian cancer, amongst many other things, faked medical documents, faked doctors. Well, now she's paying the price as she's been charged with 7 felonies, which is massive. It's a massive story. We've been following it from the beginning. Let's go live to the courthouse. I got her on speakerphone. It's Chris in the courthouse. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Dave. I'm doing good.
So, big morning for you here. Why don't you walk us through what went down?
Yeah, so when we got there, we saw the family outside the courtroom. It was Jan, Ron, and Laura. And it seemed like there was a caretaker there with Ron as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at the photo of that. Ron slouched over. Kind of surprised he didn't make it to her first trial, and everyone who's looking at these photos thinks that it's, some sort of pity situation where they're trying to maybe get a little pity from the courtroom. Were you able to get any information from the judge about, or was it very just procedural? What went down? Because it was only a few minutes long, right?
Yeah, so it was very brief. I mean, honestly, it was really hard to hear. I felt like the judge and everyone who was in the court was like whispering into the microphones. So the the footage that Bianca took will probably be a lot better to hear. But they did mention like the next proceedings. They also mentioned that because Laura is like out of jail on her own recognizance, that she there will be a bench warrant for her arrest if she doesn't show up to any of like the following hearings that are coming up.
Any mention if she's allowed to leave the state or any other restrictions for her?
I did not hear that.
Now, as far as fashion goes, how hot is it out there today?
It's probably about 95 degrees right now. It's very warm outside, but the courtroom was really cold.
Okay, because they had Jan and Laura both wearing black turtlenecks. I didn't know if they were premiering a new iPhone after this or what. Kind of like the Steve Jobs kind of chic. So we've got 12 News was there, so they're going to be doing a story. I'm reading this. Let me know. I'm reading that the pretrial conference is now moved to January 15th with the trial date January 22nd. Any other information about what to expect? Like there was no plea deal. Did Laura speak at all?
Laura did not speak at all. It was just the lawyer speaking. It was mainly just the lawyer just agreeing to things, and the judge was just giving them information. The judge was saying how the state has not extended a plea deal for them. So they're probably pretty mad at Laura to not be offering any pleas at this time.
Was there any reaction from Laura throughout this?
She seemed to be in good spirits, honestly. She was like smiling. I feel like her skin looked very good and vibrant. She was still very thin, but, she seemed like she was in good spirits. So did Jan. When we were leaving the courtroom, actually, when they were, like, down the steps, Jan, like, turned and waved at all of us and said, "Thank you for your support."
Yeah, I actually got a video of that from a little birdie, so I'll be playing that on the afternoon podcast. And obviously, no one's there to support her. So do you think there's... Do you think they're playing up for the documentary? Maybe they expected that this would be a spectacle, or I guess a narcissist loves attention no matter how it comes.
Yeah, I mean, she's used to being like, in front of like the radio and being heard by people. So I feel like it's showmanship. Like I was like, is she being sarcastic or does she really believe that we're there to support her? But I mean, we did hold the door open for them, and they were like, "Oh, thank you, you're so nice." So I don't know. She's probably just showing face and just trying to be like a good sport about it for the camera.
Now, I don't know if the court bar was open, but was David Gingras present at all?
He was not. I was looking for him.
So he must have been just loaded up with other prior commitments. He's a busy man.
They only had bagels and smoothies, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, no mimosas there for him to indulge.
No mimosas, no Bloody Marys.
All right, well there it is. So no Gingras there, and it seems to have gone the way I expected. Again, the fact that they brought Ron there makes no sense to me. I mean, first of all, being in like a courtroom, if you're battling any illness, even if it's like a degenerative illness, your immune system's down, it wouldn't be the best place to be. I think that's just reckless, if you ask me. Knowing full well that she's not testifying, there's really no reason for her to be there. So do you think that was a ploy, or do you think he's just there to support her?
I mean, I'm not sure. It did seem like he was having trouble, like, holding up his head when he was in the wheelchair. He didn't seem like he was upset. I mean, he was smiling. He was speaking with Laura and Jan. He was laughing. Like, it honestly looked like they were going out to brunch. It was like the whole vibe.
Well, maybe they are after.
Like they were taking it very seriously.
Yeah, they're going to Old Town Scottsdale after. Well, I mean, because the photo I'm looking at, he looks like Weekend at Bernie's. But, of course, we wish him nothing but, health and prosperity and whatever. But was there any mention by anybody that's there about his lawsuit? He's being sued by Chase Bank. Have you got any updates on that?
I have not gotten any updates personally about that. I think I heard something yesterday about the Chase Bank lawsuit against Ron. I have an update coming in.
Yeah, they didn't file their response, so
they didn't file the response.
JP Morgan asked for a default judgment.
JP Morgan asked for a default judgment against them.
So that's really screwed to not even file a response. They probably could have negotiated. He owes Chase Bank like $50,000, but this might be a family that's just going to try to file full bankruptcy at this point, because it doesn't even seem like they're fighting some of these charges.
Yeah, they're not fighting the charges. They also haven't made any minimum payments for over a year, I believe it was, at least.
I mean, not much to smile about if you're asking me, but again, this is all they're making. I was talking to my wife about this, and she tends to feel bad for people. She's like, man, I just feel bad for them. And it's like, well, this isn't like you messed up your taxes once and they laid the hammer down on you. This is years of abusing the court system, years of, in his case, gambling, years of all of these issues finally catching up to them.
Yeah, that's what we've been told, at least by Laura, that he gambled away all of his money because, why would you need to beg your old fans for support and for GoFundMe money if you were making like $1 million per year for such a long time? I feel like over the years, they just like burned through all their savings. And if the gambling that Laura talked about is true, then, that does explain why they would have no money. But I mean, even then, there just seems to be a complete lack of accountability all around, like not paying your credit card payments. That's a lack of accountability.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like having a kid is expensive, diapers and things like that. But Laura might be the most expensive child ever. She's got 8 horses. She's costing she's costing them all of their valuable time in court. And, was it the main lawyer that was there, or some sort of, paralegal that they threw a tie on?
I know one of the lawyers from the firm, her name is Sandra Schutz, I believe. She was there.
So,
and she was the one on the docket assigned to the case. So I don't know if like she is going to be Laura's main lawyer, since she just works for the law firm.
Well,
but there was another man dressed really nicely with them. I'm not sure if he was also there or not, but the one who got up on the podium with Laura was the female lawyer, Sandra.
Wild stuff. Well, wish I could have been there to support you guys, but thanks for holding down the court, quite literally. And maybe you'll go see Laura at brunch. You guys can all go have fun.
Yeah. Hopefully she shows up to the same place with us and we all eat breakfast and cheers together.
What a good happy ending. All right, well, we'll be in touch. And if there's any other breaking news, again, always call in. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, there it is, folks. Chris from the courtroom. All right, well, so again, I mean, initially I thought maybe I would have flown in for it, but I'm glad I did in 5 minutes. I mean, boy, this court case lasted longer than Clayton did, or his relationship at least. Okay, because if you're new to this story, Laura blew Clayton. It's not an alleged thing. She gave Clayton two, what we like to call him an old fashioned. No, an old fashioned's a hand job. She gave him 2 blowjobs, right? Oral sex, fellatio, as it were, as the Italians call it. And then several days later, after he said we shouldn't do that anymore, she then said she's pregnant. She's tested positive, 102 level of HCG. She lied about it and sent me a HCG level of like 144,000, right? She doctored it. She admitted to doctoring it. This is all stuff we know. Now, I am a star witness. I am the starriest of witnesses. I am a shooting star witness. I have to get star witness shirt. I will be there if they need me, like a tag team match. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to testify. Like, we're ready to go. But that's not going to be for a while. I did receive some other information from people that were taking notes in there. So let's just see if there's anything new that we have here. On the afternoon rush, I'm going to play the video. I'm not going to do it now. You got to stick around for the afternoon rush. I'm going to play the video that was sent to me of Jan telling everybody thanks for the support. But the plea offer was extended, which means there was no plea offer. This thing started right at 9:01 and was done by 9:05. The case was designated as complex. 270 days trial, 30 before. I don't even know what that means. Does that mean, is that 270 days from now? Is that far away? January 15th, final trial meeting. January 22nd, the trial, the actual trial, excuse me. So the pre-trial conference, January 15th, actual trial, January 22nd. And again, we'll have to see how long that lasts. Complex case meeting for September 25th at 9:10. So we'll get information when that comes out. There is a warrant for her arrest if she fails to appear in the court system. So there it is, being held accountable for her actions. And listen, it's not the biggest story in the world, but I have to say, if you're new to my audience, if you are new here, this thing is going to trial, baby, because of the Justice for Clayton community. This is because of a random ragtag group of people came together and said, we are not going to let her get away with this. Democracy was at play. They wrote into Rachel Mitchell, the county attorney. They made it known that they needed her to investigate this. Again, the judge on the June 10th, 2024 trial recommended the county look into her for all of these different crimes she's committing. So I'm just letting people know, if you don't think you can make a change in society, you're wrong. Everyone has a voice, and together we are louder than the people that control us. We are louder than those that represent us. And if they want to represent us accurately, make some damn noise. And that was done right here, and that's why we're seeing this go to trial, because of you, because of all the people that donated to Clayton's GoFundMe, Greg's GoFundMe, Mike Maricini's GoFundMe, and the Laptop from Hell's GoFundMe, and my own GoFundMe. You guys helped keep me from agreeing to anything that would make me look bad, because I was able to hire a lawyer when I was getting sued for harassment, hire a lawyer when I was getting threatened with defamation, and as we see this all play out, we're in a pretty good a position of power here, as we're on the side of truth. So that's your update right now. Just Jen said 270 days is from the not guilty plea. Oh, thank you for letting me know. Again, not an expert here, but we're gonna get more on this on the afternoon rush. So stick around for that. The rush hour. Search it anywhere audio, and also on YouTube. You listen to podcasts. All right, so we'll see you then. I'm Dave. This was a special update from The Rush.